G'day there, welcome to PTV. This week, obviously, going after Collingwood last week, round one's quickly come around. We move into round two, and obviously the season started last week, and it's amazing how quickly round two does come around this week. West Coast at home, it should be exciting. Everyone's really looking forward to getting out there. Our first home game at Amy Stadium versus the Eagles, who had a fantastic win in really hot conditions last week. So it's a great opportunity for our boys to be able to bounce back from last week's loss against Collingwood, and really look forward to taking on the Eagles at home in our first home game. Just want to run through briefly just the side. Obviously there's been one change to the lineup this week. Jay Schultz is obviously out of the side, and we lose a bit of a key forward, and we've decided to just start here at the back line. Bobby Carlisle with obviously Chaplin and Logan, and Trengove, they're probably our two key backs who would possibly line up on players like Lynch and Kennedy, and perhaps Cox, and obviously Nat Nui might come back into the side this week. So we're looking to be a little bit more taller down back. Chaplin could also play on a tall and also on a small, so there's a little bit of flexibility in through our lineup. Logan could be a really good matchup for Nikoski, who kicked 2 goals, 5 on the weekend, and had a pretty good game. Across the back line, also Paul Stewart is lining up there at the moment. Again, we're not quite sure on their forward setup, but they certainly have got some dangerous players who will play there. Just through the middle part of the ground, Dean Brogan, Cassisi, Boak and Thomas, all really experienced players for us through that area. Gives us a great opportunity to get off to a really good start, like Collingwood last week, and put the pressure back on the Eagles, and try and get some inside 50 pressure. Brogues, pretty good game last week against Jolly. Cassisi again was outstanding in the trenches and at the coalface, and also Boak and Thomas, and Kane Corns on the wing. Also with Salopek, we're thinking maybe Embley, the possibility to be lining up either on a wing, has shown himself forward as well, and also can play down back. So at this stage we've got Kane there if Embley lines up on the wing. Salopek on the wing as well. Down the forward line, probably a name there that a lot of people would know, and probably keen to see back into the side and gets his opportunity. Chad Corns, who's worked very hard over the pre-season and has just been squeezed out over the last couple of weeks. But look, it's really good to see Chad back in there. He's a premiership player, he's a legend of the club, and deserves an opportunity now that Jay Schultz is out of the side. And his form back at Glenelg in the SANFL's been outstanding, and look, we're all very, very pleased to see him back in there. Pearce obviously gives us lots of flexibility, being able to push up through the wing and also on ball. Westhoff again could be used down forward. Obviously Glass and Mitch Brown play their key backs, but also Westy would be very dangerous to be able to go down to the goals or also play up through the wing. So we've really got some flexibility in through there. Irons had a great game last week in his first game, 2 goals, 4 shots on goal. Obviously Daniel Stewart again will probably help out in the ruck and give Brogues a bit of a chop out as well as Westy. So they have got some tools, West Coast. They've got some big guys. They could go a little bit big down their forward line on us. Nat Nui and Cox could show themselves in the middle part of the ground. That could look a little bit dangerous and a bit scary for us, but we think that the side, also with the boys on the bench, with O'Shea, Hitchcock, Broadbent and Roden, we're not quite sure yet on the sub, but we've got another training run. We'll see how some boys pull up, and we'll make that known very, very shortly. But we feel if they do go tall, we've got the flexibility now in the side to be able to match some of their tall players, but also some of their smalls. And we also want to counteract as well, down forward with 3 talls and also 3 really dangerous smalls as well. We think that there's a possibility that we could, if we get the ball inside 50, that we could also catch it and also get some ball on the ground. So there you go, there's the side for this week against the Eagles, coming off a great win. We hope you can all get out there and really support us in our first home game at Amy Stadium, and good luck, hope to see you there.